All right. And we are live. Welcome to the Captain's Table, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Paul, Berserker01, Batman Shelley. I am your humble host and space bartender. This is an informal and unofficial discussion amongst Star Citizen content creators from all walks of life. Right now it is the semi-bearded podcast.
I would have been bearded. I messed up.
We've got a couple goatees and a couple clean shave, and I'm sort of scruff right now. Not much.
I'm 2-day scruff right now.
But
one day.
let's go around the table real quickly, starting with Nighthawk. Say hello.
Hey everybody.
We've got Nighthawk Zale. Then below him we have Jake Acapella from
Hello.
INM, also a streamer, also Jake Acapella, also known as Commander Cruising Tom.
Yep.
And then
The artist formerly known as.
Yeah. Then we have the one, the only, the infamous, the deadly, the sometime constipated Twerk17.
Not sometimes.
Sometimes.
All the time.
And then we have the old man himself, the wizard of Star Citizen, the man who arrives precisely when he means to, Mr. Gray-Headed Gamer.
Get off my lawn!
Oh, we're not doing that again, Gray, are we?
No, we're not.
Oh God, I was the one who got that screenshot too. By the way, I was the one that got that odd shot.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Also, the gif of you guys doing the blue steel.
Yeah. That was a fun night.
So
Great night.
it's insane. I got drunk on that not so sober Saturday, and I wasn't even on. Yes, for those of you who have never been to a Captain's Table before, who are watching, essentially, we talk about Star Citizen. We don't talk about any specific topics. I'll bring up topics if we go on a tangent about specific micro damage of the fucking P-15 or P whatever assault rifle. Then we'll talk about that shit for however long we want to.
What else did you say we talk about sometimes?
Space hookers and cocaine. We always talk about space hookers and cocaine. Because this is the fucking Astropub. If I'm not talking about Astropub, business like space hookers and cocaine, then I'm falling down on my job. Remember, kids, once a day, space hookers and cocaine.
Keeps the doctor away.
Yeah, once a day.
The bed bugs.
Yes. It's actually the cure for cancer. They told you that because space hookers and cocaine like unicorns. You never see them. So
I thought smoking was the cure for cancer.
that is too.
Yeah, don't listen to Big Tobacco. They're lying.
Yeah.
So first of all, who here bought a a caterpillar or a dragonfly? Everyone.
Yes.
I bought both.
Mine is more of an upgrade, but yes.
Did you already have a caterpillar?
I did.
And you
From
just
the
upgraded
original
it for
concept sale.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I didn't fall for it then, but I fell for it today.
I am so glad that they're selling it at the price they are because that's the original price, wasn't it? $245.
Yeah, that's the original concept sale price, $245.
That's such a deal.
Really? I didn't remember.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if you're getting it by itself, I think it's listed right now with the 6-month insurance instead of LTI. But if you get it as the combo pack with
LTI.
2 dragonflies, you get the caterpillar with LTI, 2 dragonflies with LTI, and you're getting 2 dragonflies for $15 less than what they would normally be.
Yeah, no, and the thing about it is that if you get that pack now instead of waiting, you will probably get 2 dragonflies for free essentially because when the cutlass, I've had like 2 sips of beers and I'm already fucking stumbling on my words. I'm such a caterpillar. The butterfly. Once the butterfly comes out, once the caterpillar comes out, more than likely the price is going to go up. Like I don't doubt that it'll be like $300 when it releases.
Oh yeah, I mean, and I'm pretty sure like on RTV, Ben even said like, given the hint that this was going to happen, like we're going to put it up for the cheaper sale, and then yeah, it's going to go up because they made it big again. Another one.
And this is
that
the only time they've ever offered a ship out of concept at its concept sale cost.
Yeah, that's what I didn't realize that that was the concept sale cost. I thought that was the anniversary sale cost, but that's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Pretty awesome.
But it kind of makes you think that they knew it was going to be that big. They have because they usually price on size and all, so it's kind of priced
All right,
close.
guys.
I'm sure when it
I'm gonna,
releases.
I'm gonna pause this really quickly and try to restart this because I'm dropping frames like a bitch for no reason.
With your
so
fingers.
It's probably just my connection to the to the servers. Let me just switch servers. So I'm gonna end the stream and restart it real quick. Not the whole thing. But
It's because I'm here.
Yeah.
Comcast knows.
you were going on this tirade about it.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say, and Takul kind of hit on a point that sort of brings me into what I want to say. He's asking, if you purchase this combo pack, can you then get a phone call?
Apparently,
only with the combo pack though.
only with a combo pack.
So, if you get the combo pack, can you take one of the dragonflies from that combo pack and CCU it? Are they individual ships? According to the literature, no. It is one combo package. So if you wanted to have it as an LTI token, then you have to buy it individually. The reason why I think that they're doing this is because back in the day, and I don't know how many of you were around for this, when they were originally selling the Caterpillar, within the community, not so much from CIG, a lot of people were calling it the evil twin to the Constellation. It was roughly the same size as the Constellation, and it offered many of the same multi-crew mission capabilities as the Constellation. So
I'm
I'm
going to correct you right now. It wasn't actually the Constellation; it was the Freelancer. It was originally billed as the evil twin to the Freelancer, which made no sense.
That was
I thought that
that's
was
the thing. Was at the time it made no sense because everyone's like the fucking even early on the Cutlass was still massive compared to the
a lot bigger.
Freelancer.
Well, what I remember is the evil twin to the Constellation, and because of this, I've been cogitating over the idea for months and months and months. Now that I know that they have been working on the Caterpillar, why wouldn't they have a snub fighter on the Caterpillar if it's supposed to be something in answer to a Constellation? Because the Constellation comes standard with a snub. Why not a Caterpillar, especially something that big? 4 cargo modules, it comes with a tractor beam. Obviously, it's meant for industrial work. Why not have something small that's utilitarian that you can just pack into one of the cargo holds really quickly and move about your business? And they're finally doing it.
Yeah.
This is how they're doing it. And I think it's great. I think it's fantastic.
Well, the space bike. I mean, it's a space bike, and it's amazing. Spike. I hate that term, spike.
It's a spike.
It's not a
Oh
spike.
God, I voted
no.
no.
I voted.
No.
No.
I voted no.
No.
What? I think that's amazing.
Dude, no. You say spike, and immediately my brain goes to E-War. Okay, who's trying to hack us?
Yeah.
Is there a device on the hull that's trying to drill into our computer? What's going on?
Yeah.
I don't think space bike.
I think
Honestly, and particularly talking the Dragonfly, it's not just a space bike, it's a speeder bike
It's a speeder
in
bike.
ground mode.
Yeah.
It's got ground mode.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Any fans of Red Dwarf will know that there's that the one thing in the early seasons, Lister keeps talking about how he wants to fly around on his space bike all the time, and it's basically that. It's basically just like a basically, and also if you've seen, of course, the Serenity movie when they're running back from the heist, that's
The mule.
the mule. Yeah, like that's essentially like a mini mule is what it is.
Yeah.
Like even that scene, the concept art that they've shown with one dude like firing the sniper rifle off the back of it was like that's straight out of fucking Serenity right there.
Sure
That's
wish we had some grenades.
Yeah. So I could see a cool little like
I
dual
always
speeder
thought
bikes out.
I always thought it was like why is Twitch not Twitch chat not loading for me?
Because Twitch sucks right now.
I always thought it was like have any of you guys seen the show Young Justice?
Yeah.
I always thought it was like Sphere.
Oh yeah, like Sphere. Yeah. The space, the magic bike or whatever they call it. Yeah. It's like a floating motorcycle, you know.
Oh, did I get?
Yeah, he got wrecked.
Correct.
Oh,
Wrecked.
I do that to all of my people. In,
You got bounced.
that's
You
fine.
got bounced.
You got bounce. You got the bouncer's kind of a dick, so there you go.
That bouncer takes no prisoners, bro.
He takes no prisoners.
Oh, now I have for 60 minutes. Oh. Well, that changes everything.
Now he's going to post all of the hippopotamus porn that he has on his computer everywhere.
Space hookers.
The space hookers.
No, here they come. Here they come. March it. Here, I'll post the link eventually. But it was essentially that.
Yeah.
A motorcycle that flies in space. That was the kind of the picture in my head, and it's sort of that, I guess. A little bit.
I mean, it's a speeder. Let's not beat around the bush. It's a speeder.
It looks very, for me, like Star Wars inspired.
Yeah, it's a Star Wars speeder.
No doubt, and that's the main thing for me is racing. This is going to be like they have the little flyer there, open cockpit racing. As soon as I showed Miss GHG, first thing she said is, "I want one."
Yeah.
Or the racing factor. She loves the race, and how cool is it going to be on procedural generated planets for us to get together and say, "Hey, everyone, bring your bikes. We're going to have a race."
Yeah,
you could even do Mario Kart style with like the person in the back trying to knock the other guys off with like stun rounds and stuff like that.
You can only use
What about
shotgun.
going out to Yella, lining up our caterpillars with open cargo bay doors and using the open cargo bay doors as checkpoints? And you got
Yes,
to
fly
make
through them.
Yella. I've been wanting to do that since I knew they were going to do the Dragonfly.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm hyped now.
Yeah. So, but I think this is actually going to open up a whole new avenue because the one thing that we've been lacking in Star Citizen for a long time, ever since they've said, "Oh yeah, we're going to do procedural planets that'll be the size of like India in terms of the like explorable area," is ground transport. Like we have the Grey Cat, and then we have I think 2 buggies that look like that are just, I'm not going to say complete ripoffs, but damn near close to complete
Mass
ripoffs of
Effect-y.
the Mass Effect Makos.
Yeah.
So it's like we
Ursa
have
and
2
the
different
Server.
versions of the Mako and the Grey Cat, and we're never gonna get to Grey Cat 6000 sucks. So like, let's.
it's not fast enough. You know, like, and that's for me. I don't know. That's what. Nothing about the sale got me more excited than knowing that the reason that the sale is happening now is because procedural planets are like right around the corner.
Right on.
I mean,
And
my
that's
hard
what's super
on
exciting about it.
for procedural planets is knows no bounds. I should probably see a doctor about it. Honestly,
And they talked about rushing it in the engine too. So it's gonna be
because they're coming. You know, that's
Yep.
like when they say they're rushing it in the engine. It's just like, yes.
I love the story behind that. It was just basically like, oh yeah, we should probably do procedural generation eventually, and they hire all of these freaking Crytek guys, and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
you want procedural generation? We were working on it
Yeah.
in Crytek, and no one ever gave us the green light to finish it. Here,
Right.
here you go, it's done.
0087 as a point in chat. It's like just attach really long cables to the front of the Dragonfly and put 2 engine pods on the front. You have a pod racer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
So
That's
Cutlass.
another feel I got from it too, is pod racing.
I'm really only allowed to say this about the procedural planets. They are like the caterpillar in that what they have shown us is several iterations behind where they actually are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
Sure.
anyone who has toured a CIG facility or knows a dev, has talked with devs about it. Everything we can see or even see in the like fast forwards and stuff like that is stuff that's going to come out in the next 2 to 3 months. The stuff that they have already done, which is or in work in progress, or waiting for other things to drop in the next 6 months, a year. There's lots of stuff that's done. It's just not ready to get put in engine. So.
Yep. I mean, it goes all the way back to the leak thing, right?
Oh,
Like,
jeez, man.
Oh yeah.
Like we're working with assets in bulkheads with the leaked assets. Most of the stuff that we
Oh, really?
use is the leaked assets. And if
like you
notice,
realized how far along they actually were on some things that
Yeah,
you were like
like,
had no idea back then. You know?
the all of the armors that you see are all armors which have been in game since the leak, and that was over a year ago that they just now entered
Yep.
into 2.4. Like a lot of those armors are 2.3 and 2.4
The
out of
flight
those armors.
suits.
The flight suits, all that stuff, that's been in. It's just a matter of like they were waiting for other shit to get in so you could actually buy stuff. So
Yep. Did you know that the Dragonfly is actually the first Drake ship that I've ever purchased? I never bothered with the Caterpillar before.
Welcome to the dark side, Jake. Yes, we have
I
cookies.
had never had a
Yeah, welcome to the Drake side.
Yeah, Drake's side of life.
and it's weird because like I am known as INN Space Jay Leno. I collect them all. They are.
Your chin is not nearly big enough though.
It's true.
My mouse pad is Drake.
I love.
there you go.
I was one of those people who was like a Misk fanboy for the longest time, and then
I still am.
And then I saw the what was it, the Herald, and I was like, I like this direction they're going. I do. And then I saw they were reworking the Caterpillar, and then all the other stuff they're working. I'm like, Drake. It's that industrial, raw, like on the edge of the universe. You want to buy some cheap parts, throw it on, and still keep kicking. I just like the attitude, because again, I still think that like the I can see like the lore of the Caterpillar, which is like, oh, the Constellation's kicking the crap out of us in terms of like RSI is selling all these ships, and we can't really sell the fucking Cutlass because it sucks as a hauler. So we need to build a Constellation, but we can't keep up with all their modular interiors and that shit. And so the Drake engineers just kind of get together and be like, fuck it, let's just make a bunch of prefabs. Why not? It works. Let's just build a big ass ship with a bunch of prefabs that people can swap in and out. The simple but stupid ideas that Drake engineers can come up with. I like that whole concept. It's it feels very Grumman to me, and Grumman's one of my favorite aerospace companies. So
whether or not it's real, I'm still really holding out that they do have man cannons as an option.
As an option for the front.
Yeah.
Cannons.
Oh.
And some kind of
Hopefully it's like the Dragonfly. If we keep bothering them, they'll just do it.
I forgot about that. Like the Dragonfly was really never planned at all until we eventually were like, oh yeah, you're doing the Dragonfly, right? You're doing the Dragonfly, right? The community just basically pestered them and be like, yeah, we're doing the Dragonfly. Mm-hmm. I guess. One of
the most interesting things that I heard this week about it was when they did that voting, that they just straight up assumed the Dragonfly was going to win, and then the Reliant won, and they were like, what the hell? And so I think that's definitely one of the reasons why we have it, is that they wanted it to.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh no. And then when Lisa O'Hannon took over for like ship development and stuff like that, she was just like, yeah, we're doing the Dragonfly. This is so there's no doubt about it. We're doing the Dragonfly because this is too fucking cool for it not to be a thing.
Mild tangent. Congrats to Miss Ohanian to in absolutely fantastic reveal of what she's been working on since she left CIG. The new rebooted God of War looks actually really fantastic.
Oh, she's working on God of War. I thought she wanted to go back.
That's a great project.
Activision. She's working for Sony now.
She's working at
Sony.
That's fantastic.
Nice.
She came from Activision, right?
Yeah, she used to work.
That's what it was.
She was like a community person for the Call of Duty series, and
now she's working with Kratos, who is voiced by Teal'c. Kratos is voiced by Christopher Judge, which makes me very happy.
That's awesome. Nice. I love that.
I've never been more hyped for a console before after that reveal at E3.
It's that picture of freaking Norman Reedus just like holding his PS4. That was me. That was me at the end.
Gosh, I don't know. Like 2.5, I feel like 2.5 is going to be fucking huge as an update. Am I the only one in this? I
think cargo's coming.
People keep saying.
I don't think
keep saying it's huge. I keep hearing it's huge, and I just can't imagine it being huge.
Like the thing is, they usually do a little like stability update. You know, they usually do the next patches like a stability update. But I'm wondering if they're not doing like the whole like, hey, we'll do a fucking like intermediate 2.4.1, and then we'll go back to the major patch.
Yeah.
It's kind of like 1.3 was like it introduced the 64-bit precision, which allowed for 2.0 to happen.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you think about it, like, 2.4 added a lot of cool stuff, but at the end of the day, there's not a whole lot more we can do.
Yeah, they didn't add more gameplay, really. They just they tweaked it to make it more fun.
Exactly. Right? But, this laid the foundation for all of the mechanics and content things that they want to do with Star Citizen, frankly, because it's persistence. It's an MMO now.
Right. And that's my thought. Persistence was put in. That's a huge background rework.
Yeah.
2.5 will come in, and now that groundwork's going to be done. Maybe they'll tweak net code some more, and then now it's just going to be lots and lots of content. I think we're gonna be able. I hope we're gonna see that pirate base in 2.5.
Oh
Yes,
That's
I have
awesome.
I have no doubt that the pirate base is going to make it 2.5.
Oh, yeah.
because it's
that's like one of my. I'm pretty sure 2.5. I'm not. I really don't have any clue what I can imagine is coming, but that's one of the things that I'm pretty sure.
Well, especially considering they when 2.0 was about to come out, they're like, oh yeah, Port Olisar, they built that in like 3 days.
Yeah.
No, it's
And
the
then-
station component system. Like that. It's
Yeah.
such a powerful like tool. Like
Lego.
we're seeing what they've been doing. Like people are like, oh, what the fuck have they been doing? It's like they've been building like 400 different station components so that when they want to build the station, they can just like throw it together and put it in any random place they want to.
Right. Just change the lighting and the atmosphere, and you have a pirate base.
Yep,
You know?
and that's what they pretty much said, right?
Right.
They were going to say it's a mirror of Olisar, so I can imagine it's just going to look like it, and then plaster some
Yeah, dark and
space
hazy.
graffiti, and we're good.
Yep.
Make it like the sketch
Areas,
areas
right?
or like remember the bay the Easy Hab number number 6, the one that's like really
dirty?
fucking dirty and looks
Yeah.
like
What's with
you'd
that
wake up in a
pillow,
crack
man?
house, you know?
Don't ask about the pillow.
Don't ask.
What is on
I'm
that
sorry.
pillow?
I'm sorry, it's my fault.
It's all right.
We knew it.
Don't do it again.
I was
call it,
I was the ECU of 2.0. That's the one I spawned in. Been like that ever since.
It's been staying.
see
That's-
I like to call it the dead hooker room because it's like the kind of room you wake up after you like a night where you've just done way too much like drugs and you're like, I killed a hooker, didn't I? There's going to be a dead hooker somewhere in my room.
That's the
Well,
room.
I'll tell you right now, my experience in CryEngine, when they put the station together, it's going to be a quick deal. I think the hardest thing's going to be is the lighting pass and the atmospheric VXF pass, or all the sparks and stuff. Putting it together, they can start like they're talking about the truck stop.
Yeah.
I'm more excited about the truck stop than I am the pirate base because that's my play style. But that's the thing, when they put it together, they can take a Cryastro, throw some Olisar pieces on it, have a few kiosks, a few things to buy. We did need some noodle vendors, but
Yeah.
it's going to be quick. I think the lighting and the atmospheric passes are going to take the longest, but they're getting that down pat now, and they have all their pipelines set up where they can say, okay, this is a cleaner kind of station. All right, so we have presets. Let's put these presets in. We're good to go. So I think as far as networking is our biggest holdup right now. Persistence is decent. It's not perfect yet, but it's decent. So we're going to see. That's what I'm so excited about. We're going to see so much progression here, and all these naysayers.
It all grows.
Are going to be like, well, they still don't have, and they're going to have to start really nitpicking because the game's going to start coming together, and they're going to see that it is what it was supposed to be. And instead of saying, oh, well, they said it was going to be in 2014. Fuck
Man.
off, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, I was talking before the show with Twerk, and I was talking this morning about Life is Futile, which has been my drug as of the last couple of days. I've been addicted to the damn thing, and I've been playing too much of it. They recently released their MMO to a small group of like testers, original backers, that kind of stuff, who are it's mostly a test to see if it works. But their MMO is built similarly to the way that Star Citizen is going to be built. It's essentially a series of 49 different servers, which are all linked together, which you can seamlessly transition from server to server and not even know you're going to a different server unless you had like an overhead that says, oh, you're now in server XXX. Each of those servers can hold 64 players. So if this 10-man team in Russia, who have literally been living in an apartment which has also been their office for the last 4 years, can build a fucking system, netcode system, that works just like Star Citizen's supposed to do, then I think the 150 plus, the 200 plus employees who are all experienced game developers can make a similar system in Star Citizen.
Yeah.
You know?
This goes back even to when I don't know if you guys ever played Ultima Online, but there were multiple servers, but you can get thousands of people into each server. But then there were server lines just like that. Now, it wasn't super seamless when you crossed the server line. You rubber banded back like a very little bit, but then you just kept going. And there were thousands of people. Now, again, we don't have the
and who worked on Ultima Online?
Chris and
Aaron and lots of the people who are on the project. So it's like they have experience with it. So
yeah, that's my guilty pleasure. Still is that game.
Speaking of which, do you know what I'm really craving? a Tony Z design document.
Oh my
Yes.
god! I said that. I said that to somebody recently. Like, he hasn't spoke to us. Like, does he hide in Texas because maybe he doesn't want to give everything about the game away?
The thing about
Stay over
Tony,
there.
the thing about Tony is that, from what I've gathered, is that Tony is not a guy who just kind of he's not the guy like Chris. He's like Aaron, in that he's a detail guy. But unlike Aaron, if you get Tony started, he's just never going to shut the fuck up about the project. He's going to go into those epic details. And since he's Tony, no one's going to tell him to shut the fuck up because he's Tony.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not going to tell my boss to shut up unless you're Disco Lando.
We interviewed Aaron at CitizenCon last year,
And he was.
the man can go on for a little while.
He is, but he's a little bit different from Tony in the sense that, like, I don't see Aaron going on stage and being like talking about it. But when he's like with a couple people, because I've heard of that from a couple people, like Captain Flint, like had a couple of beers with him at CitizenCon last year, and they just were talking fucking nonstop about the game. So, like, I believe that one-on-one, Aaron is very much the chatterbox. But I think that's the reason why Tony is in. Tony's left alone to his own devices, because if you bring him on too much, he's going to just tell everybody everything. Like, oh, you want to know about the universe system? Let's go see right now. I'll show you exactly what we've been working on, because fuck you, it's all in place or whatever, you know. So, who here thinks that we're actually going to get the Caterpillar in the next update, or not next update, but like in the next two updates?
Hangar ready.
Hangar ready? You think it's going to be hangar ready next time?
You think 2.5?
Yeah.
I think
I'm more confident now, but I don't know. I'm definitely more confident about now after that video.
Okay. All right. So remember, right before 2.3 came out, everyone's like, "Nah, Starfare is not going to be in 2.3."
Yeah.
No way. It was in there,
Yep.
and then everyone's like, "Nah, Starfare is not going to be
Flyable in
flyable."
2.4? Yeah.
Both Starfares were flyable.
Flyable in 2.4.
I think
So-
I think it's important to note at this point that we're kind of running out of single-seater ships.
Yep.
Yep.
Still,
I'm
like, we're getting to a stage where we're going to
Which is
have
so
nothing
exciting.
but multi-crew ships pumping out. So it's important for this Caterpillar to come out because it's got a whole new multi-crew HUD system that it's introducing. It's got some of the cargo mechanics and hopefully salvage mechanics that it can be introducing into the game.
It's got the tractor beam.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually going to provide us more active and interactive crew positions instead of just helmsman and bridge engineer. I mean, for all we know, the engine room is actually going to be functional, and you're going to have to balance those engines or do something with those controls. The helm is always going to be the helm. You've got a separate C and C section. You've got cargo holds. You've got turrets. You've got all kinds of different positions that are going to require people to be manning those positions. We're now at a stage, I think, where we're going to have to stop thinking about the individual ship and the individual avatar and start thinking in terms of the ship, the larger ship as the entity, and each individual crewman working towards the mission goal of the ship as a whole.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be that's the thing that will make or break this game. Is that
Guns are
like
dangerous.
early on, it's probably going to be terrible. Like I have no illusions to the fact that early on, multi-crew, when we have these big multi-crew ships, like right now, what can you do on the Starfare? Pretty much nothing. You can be in the captain's seat, or you can be in the pilot's seat, or you can be in the
Same thing
co-pilot's
you
seat.
can do on the Constellation.
Yeah, same thing. Like, there's not much you can do.
Yeah.
And I think that has a lot to do with, A, the piping system, which is yet to be in, and B, the HUDs, which are still being developed. Because they want to have a unique HUD for every single ship, and in order to do that, they also need to have the right interface, and they don't want to have to redo the interface. Like, they don't want to put a work in progress and then have to completely redo the fucking interface, which will require art assets updating and then models changing, which could then break the model and all sorts of other shit like that. So it's just going to take time and effort to do that. But I have no illusions that the first level of multi-crew is going to suck for most of these ships.
It's a simple
That's gonna make
example,
it that great.
but devs, CIG, listen to me. Xylo's in the chat. Listen.
Oh, God.
Guns of Icarus. Go play that game. That is how multi-crew should work. You have a pilot, you have engineers, you have people manning the guns. everybody has to work together and they have to communicate in order for it to even remotely work. Rare's new game is doing the same thing essentially, but it's pirate ships, pirate battles.
Is that Black Flag or not Black Flag?
No,
Black Sails?
No, Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves, dude. That I felt
Good.
Star Citizen the second I saw that.
Yeah, see, like that feel where you have to communicate with people. Like it's not an option; it's a necessity that you have to communicate with people on a multi-crew ship in order for it to run efficiently.
Well,
because otherwise people are going to be scrambling around trying to fix something that isn't broken. The pilot could have turned the ship so the people on the turrets can't see the target. Things like that. Like you have to be able to communicate in order for multi-crew to work and be fun. And Guns of Icarus is a great example of how that works very, very simply. If Star Citizen can nail that on a grander, more complex level, then it's going to be incredible.
Well, I mean, the key is that the way to look at multi-crew shouldn't be like a ship. It should be more like a bomber, like a B-17 flying fortress. If you think about a flying fortress, you had the pilot, you had the co-pilot, you had the navigator, you had the bombardier, and then you had the gunners. Each of them had their own role to play. They all had to talk to each other in order for their jobs to get done. And then
Actually,
you also had
that size, I believe you had at least one crew chief aboard too. So you had an engineer position as well.
Yeah, so you needed all of these people to be working together in order to A, get to your mission, B, get home, C, do the mission. Get to the point, drop your bombs, get home. And in order to do that, you needed to communicate, you needed to work together, not only within your own crew, but you need to work in the other crew. Whereas ships require, like larger, like naval vessels still require that. I think if you could nail that feeling of being in a B-17, if you're in your, say, Retaliator or in your Constellation, where you hear the chatter of the gunners going off being like, he's high, he's low, whatever, while the navigator is being like, you need to go this direction because we're not going on course or whatever. And the pilot needs to be bitching because the co-pilot isn't, doing his job or whatever. Just everyone talking to each other and the scramble of voices on a comm to make things work. That's the kind of thing that people are looking for. A, and B, that's the way that it will work better. If you can nail that feel, then multi-crew will be fine. And then, of course, you always got the classic Star Trek where someone can be screaming at the engineer, like, give me more power to the fucking engines. And the guy can be like, no, we don't.
That's all I want is that Starfarer captain's chair to work. I want to have an in-ship comm and just yell at people. That's my dream job.
Yeah.
Are you gonna yell at them to get off your lawn though the whole time?
Higher flight and bringing me coffee.
Oh man, and that's the other thing. This may seem like a minor thing. But am I the only one who likes the idea of like, hey, we should be able to buy like bennies and coffee and
yes,
and
I think that's really close. I think that's one of the other things that I think might actually be in 2.5. Maybe not buying it, but they keep talking about they're adding animations, and the animations that they had talked about doing at the mocap shoots were eating and drinking. So
yeah.
I don't think that's that far off.
I want inventory management, so when I buy said coffee, I just pull it out of my pocket and just...
Exactly.
Well, I think that's the big thing that's going to come with 2.5.
Yeah.
I think that's the big thing what's going to come with 2.5 that people don't realize. They're talking about selling being added in 2.5, or the concept, perhaps. Yeah. And I don't think we're going to deal with shipping early on. I don't think this is the birth of shipping, but in the sense that it kind of is. But the thing about selling is that in order to sell an item, you need to have the item. In order to sell the item, you also need to have the ability to store it, which means you need to have some sort of capacity, maximum or minimum capacity, to make it interesting. Absolutely. So I think that 2.5 will be the birth of an inventory system. Like it or love it, or hate it or love it, whatever. You're going to have an inventory system. It's probably going to be kind of janky and work in progress, but having an inventory system will change a lot of things as well, because now, I've got certain weapon slots, and now I've got so much weight I can carry on me, and my EVA suit, maybe my heavy armor will be able to carry more stuff than my EVA suit will. So now I can actually afford to buy heavy armor, but I can't fly a ship in my heavy armor or something like that. So it'll start bringing more of that balance and that actual feel of the game to it.
Yeah.
So you chat. It's like everything's coming out in 2.5. Yep.
Everything.
So
Inventory management, character creation, Squadron 42, Squadron 42 Part 2,
Krabby
Star
Noodles.
Marine,
can I add
also
to this?
2 Star Marines.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I have a hope for 2.5. Female avatars.
Oh, I mean, I think it might actually come out.
Lately.
Realistic, for real, that actually might happen.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think.
Well, it looks like it's coming along.
Let's go around and let's do our list for 2.5, just because a realistic list, what we think.
Let's do it.
So
All
go
right.
ahead, Nighthawk. Go. You start, and then we'll go around. I'll be last.
My biggest hope is for the implementation of female avatars. They've been looking amazing in development. What Sandy's been sharing over social media recently, and with the implementation of the economy and the customization of your clothing. I mean, I remember when Twitter McGillicuddy was still working over at CIG, doing concept work for clothing. Fully half the stuff that she would share over social media was female clothing. They not only have the concepts, I guarantee they have the clothing built out. So it's a great way and opportunity for them to bring in another level of diversity.
Yep.
Yeah. No. And as so long as they make the female avatar as hot as the male avatar, because that male avatar has some fucking pecs. I mean, that dude is ripped. I don't know who they got the. I believe Twerk. Twerk is the only one I believe. He's the only one I believe. He's the only one I believe is actually the model for yes. Can we confirm that? Can we put that all over Star Citizen now? Can we it's officially confirmed that Twerk 17? But I mean, are you kidding me? Have you seen that that naked avatar? I know it's like 3D rendered from an actual person too. So I'm just like, damn.
I was
Might
the
have talked
avatar
to
they
one of my
used
drill
in the Mist
sergeants.
commercial.
In the what? In the Mist commercial?
The Mist commercial?
Yeah.
The pot-bellied shipper?
Yeah.
That's you. Yeah. That was you.
I don't highlight these things, but that's going to be a fucking highlight right there.
I was the person in the Cutlass commercial. That's me.
You had the lady. He was the Vandal. That was him.
He
That
was the
Chip.
Vandal, guys.
He was the Vandal.
I like
know.
your necklace. That was a good name.
It was Halloween.
So
The female avatars were also in the Subsumption update recently too.
yeah.
Definitely a
Walking around doing their
generic
thing.
version. That was a version from one of the commercials. That definitely wasn't a new avatar because they were still kind of lanky, weird, long-armed.
It seemed like those were Squadron 42 people.
They
as
were.
well.
Like some of them
the
were.
Maro tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recognized a couple of characters from the Moro tour in there.
Yep.
So
They were also in the Starfare
update.
preview.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So is that all you think is going to be in 2.5, Nighthawk? Just the female
Is that your
avatars?
nomination?
That's the one thing that just sits most heavily on me as, yeah, I feel comfortable saying, I think this is going to happen. Most other things, it's so up in the air, and they're so abstract about how they update us on some of these things that I almost would just rather be content to see a little more stability and be surprised by new things showing up. Just female avatars, more stability, and surprise me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone here is going to complain if we get surprised. Like when the Reputation came out, no one
We
knew
always
that.
do.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was great.
That was just like, oh yeah, by the way, here's Reputation.
Right.
Oh wait,
And
what?
2.4 was like, oh yeah, here's also the Gemini.
Yeah. Oh man. How about going down around the bend? Jake. Jake is parrot. What is the parrot gift?
I'm gonna be the ship guy. Reliant, flyable, caterpillar, and hangar.
Okay.
But wait, if Caterpillar's in hangar, does that mean Dragonfly is also in hangar, or would that actually be flight ready? Because that thing is so tiny and so few parts.
Yeah. I'm gonna say hangar ready.
You think that it'll
Well-
be in hangar?
Like, for sure, caterpillar, hangar ready, reliant, flyable, and a maybe for the dragonfly.
Okay. You think like it'll be like
Hangar.
it'll be like a lump of texture on the in the caterpillar, so you can
Yep.
just be like walk around and kick your thing and do nothing.
I'd be okay with that.
It's a poster on one of the walls.
Yeah.
I still enjoy loading the Constellation Phoenix into my hangar and walking around it. That model is so broken, and the textures
so broken.
are not the best. But I really enjoy being able to walk around the ship, knowing that I'm going to get to fly this around someday. The layout might change a bit, but this is freaking smexy.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, that's what I do with my Max all the time.
I need to command people from the hot tub. I need that.
You want to be a hot tub commander? Is that what you're trying
I'm
to
gonna
say?
see if the hot tub is is its own little modular piece, because then I'm going to move it into the Karak.
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, I'm still hoping that they're going to be modular enough so that I can like rip what is it, the drink machine from a
What is that called?
The Mixmaster 5000 or whatever the hell that thing is.
Right.
From a transport ship, so I can like actually make a bar. You know, that's
the Genesis.
The Genesis, because I don't want me to be just like have like a bunch of like crates piled up as a bar, and then like be taking like beer out of a fucking crate to be like, hey, beer and drinks for everybody. You know. I want to be able to actually mix things for people, but you know, we'll see.
The thing is like those touchscreen Coke machines, but for alcohol.
Listen, those touchscreen Coke machines are amazing, and you will shut your mouth. Those things are
I
You know
love
what's
it.
crazy is those touchscreen Coke machines have more tech than the Mixmaster does, because it already knows the amounts that are proper to make the drink, and we don't.
right!
And that's it. So you're gonna have to
Welcome to 2946, guys.
Yeah, where everything is going backward.
backwards bullshit. Yeah.
Headcloth's like hot tub time machine is hot tub space machine.
Yes.
Now, how about you, Twerk? What is your list for 2.5?
Pretty much everything that the other guys said, but then that pirate base, and with that pirate base, I'm maybe reaching a little bit, but more missions and maybe pirate-related missions and stuff like that. Because with the pirate base, you would have to maybe think that it's going to be a little farther out. There might be some other interesting locations around that area that we might want to be checking out, where we might be getting missions and stuff like that, like a Tessa pirate version, maybe.
Pirate version.
Oh, nice!
To
Yeah.
say the pirates didn't take control of an ICC probe because they're so far.
Mild tangent, but I wonder if they're going to rebalance quantum fuel, because, man, it takes so much fuel to get to the probe and then out to the identified signal. It's like a quarter of your fuel.
Yeah, at some of them you have to really pay. Well, I don't know.
I like that idea.
I kind of like that, because you have to pay attention now.
But at the same time, how are we going to get to the next planet?
I do know that they've been talking about revamping quantum travel as a whole.
They
once
have to
we start working with whole like solar systems instead of just a planetary.
Yeah, I mean, like trying to go from Crusader to.
I think that's where Jake
or
was going.
Microtech.
Right?
Balance is coming.
Yeah.
It's a work in progress.
That's like literally that's numbers. That's just numbers in a like a stat. Like, oh, this is how much quantum fuel we burn. No, but I agree. I think we'll get the that balance, but I don't think we'll get it until we see the procedural planets, which I'm pretty sure are coming in sooner than we think.
Not to go off on a tangent, but it's not really a tangent, but it is. There's a discussion that I've been having a lot lately, and it's about ships like the Dragonfly, the Merlin, the P-72 Archimedes, and these other kind of that class of ship that aren't going to have quantum travel. I just find them so like, now that the game is being built and we have Crusader and we see quantum travel and how it works now, they just feel so useless to me at the moment. And without even I don't expect a quantum travel drive like a Hornet or anything like that, but just something where I can take it and travel a little bit, because you can't really get to anywhere other than your little area with those now. How do you guys feel about that? I know they really are kind of not wanting to put them in, but it's sort of essential, like a tiny amount of fuel to get you from one place to another. Like, let's say your constellation got blown up and you were out of it helping fight dogfighting. Like, how do you get out of that situation and get home other than a distress beacon?
What about an advanced cruise speed? not really quantum travel, but just a short distance advanced cruise.
So I wonder. Well, because I think there's going to be a lot more ships that just by the fact that Star Citizen is being built as robust as it is, that are able to carry all the really tiny ships without quantum fuel. Because I mean, they're just straight up saying like, oh, you can just load one in the back of a freelancer and just park it in there and just go. And we've seen people near successfully transport Merlins in a Starfarer across space. So I think if that mechanic is fine-tuned, like maybe you could jump on a hull, maybe you could jump on something where you can just like latch on and go. I think that is the solution. And I also think that I think there's going to be a lot more things to do around each individual planet than we really realize at this point.
That we don't really have now. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the more I think about it, like if your constellation does blow up, you're going to want to feel lost.
Right.
Yeah, and so that's actually been the brunt of the conversation in my channel when the topic comes up. Is right now we're stuck in a very, what I like to call, combat-centric mindset.
It's annoying
for Star Citizen, because there really is no other style of gameplay available. We have no clue what to expect from any other career path, from the possibilities for casual gameplay, just spending months potentially on one planet. For no reason other than the fact that you like the planet, you like the civilization that's down there, and you want to study them. That's an option that the game is going to offer eventually, but because we're not experiencing it now, we can't really think from that mindset, and so it's really hard to understand the point and purpose of these sort of craft. But I could tell you, it's going to be very Star Trek-like in that you're going to be moving these larger motherships from one location to another, and they're really meant to take you over those large distances. And then once they get those targeted blips, you're going to want to move into these smaller craft so you're not wasting the fuel from the big ships, because that's always going to be so much more expensive.
That's why I think cargo is going to be so important.
Exactly. For the Idris, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, in general, it's gonna change how this game is played. Like,
I mean, just the way that you transport the cargo with maglev, that's going to change things, because you have to start thinking in terms of spatially, which they're already starting to do, which is why I'm glad they've done. That's the reason why they're doing the rework. It's because they're like, well, how the fuck is cargo going to work? Like, how are we going to store all this shit in our ships? And so they had to start thinking about the scale of the cargo units, and they did what GHG did like 6 months ago or whatever, when you try to calculate the Star Citizen freight units. When it was the SSFEU.
That video is one of the best back then.
Oh man, it was
awesome.
Ridiculous amount of time that Gray took to
for its time.
But I mean, you doing
Gray's
that,
like,
you figured out how good I am. You figured out like how long did that take you? That took you several months to like narrow that down.
Trying to put everything in it and trying to find a consistent measurement system in CryEngine too. Not knowing shit about nothing. I was a noob with CryEngine. I still am. But yeah, and what's gonna be cool is when we get the mechanic in though, is I'm gonna do the same thing but in engine. How much crap can we put in the back of something?
What's the basic unit of shit that you can put inside of a Star Citizen freight unit? Like it's space potatoes. Can we just get like thousands of space potatoes? And
that's because numbers written down that you read doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you read. It's what you see, and it's so cool to actually start stuffing. And everyone's gonna. I'm not gonna. I'll probably be left behind with my work schedule, and there'll be videos galore out there saying, "Hey, I got 19 vending machines and 16 of these crates and blah blah blah." It's gonna be fun. Man. I can't wait.
Tetris in the modern age.
Yes.
Oh man, I mean, like, don't tell that. My wife is gonna go crazy with that stuff when she finally gets into Star Citizen, because that's like the one thing that she's like. She likes those kind of like stacking games, and I think that's gonna be like a game in amongst itself. Like, hey, being an actual cargo loader is going to be one of those jobs.
That's one of the jobs. Yeah.
Load master, quartermaster, those are going to be legitimate careers aboard the larger ships.
Are they going to have fishing in Star Citizen? Because I want to be a master.
Oh, yeah. Rare Fish Bader. Trading Company. Master
Bader. I should tell my dad that, because my dad, whenever we go to the airport, whenever we're traveling or something, my dad, ever since I was a wee lad, he got like this weird pleasure from being able to fit all of the suitcases in the trunk. So maybe I could get him into Star Citizen and be like, Dad, you could do that with massive ships with huge cargo containers. Just be like, oh.
Oh,
Ooh.
You want to run a warehouse? Space?
in space.
On the storage deck on a bombing merchantman. We'll never do it again.
Oh my god.
All you have to do is add in space to anything, and it makes it awesome.
Oh, no. Okay, there's a rule at the pub. You say space before anything, like space hooker or space cocaine or space Tetris, and immediately it makes it 10 times better, and at the same time 10 times worse. So like a space hooker, 10 times better, and also 10 times worse. Space AIDS, 10 times better, 10 times worse. Yeah. We you know,
Went there on that journey together.
Yes. Space herpes, yes. No, like, just that fact alone is going to change things, just let alone, like, because people forget that the ships are already balanced for loads, for cargo loads. Like, how heavy you have, whatever you have in your ship is going to affect the flight mechanics of your ship. And so people are like, oh, wow, I can't believe the Freelancer can go so fast in a straight line. Yeah, try it when it's fully loaded. Let's see how fast that thing can go, you know? or a Constellation, or like the Constellation already turns like ass. Like, wait till you have a fully loaded Connie with trying to outmaneuver pirates in the middle of a, you know, asteroid field. Like, good luck sort of thing.
Yep.
All right, so we're heading towards the end of the first hour. Usually after the first hour, we take some questions. I see a lot of people have been putting in the questions already. The big thing is, if you would like to ask some more questions, ! Questions in chat will bring you to the Google form to which you need to enter in order for us to get your questions. Please do not put brackets questions in chat. Do not do any of that. Just fill out the form, and I'll read it off in chat.
My podcast.
You're
only allowed to do that on my podcast.
And everywhere
Guys,
else.
we have auto scroll on as well. We have auto scroll on so we can see everything you're saying.
Yes. Now, these questions, we are by no means developers, nor are we any way, shape, or form knowledgeable about everything. However, we will answer official questions with official answers, which you can then take to the forums and complain and put concern threads, make all your concern threads, and say there was all confirmed by Disco Lando and Captain Silo.
Yes.
Please
Blame both of them.
Please blame both of them. Say so everything we say that's confirmed. Please credit them in the forum post. And add lots of kappas. If you don't, then they won't know it was the Astropub, and they will maybe actually come on here once in a while. No. So the first question, once I can get this up, is.
This is no one. Someone beat me to my joke.
They beat you to your joke. I know Zylo's in chat.
He was. I think he took off for a Bar Citizen event.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, they got Bar Citizen in Austin.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so. Wow, Jesus, that's a lot of questions. So, first question is from Not Gray-Headed Gamer. Do the space hookers come with LTI? Yes, but they also come with LTI herpes.
Lifetime. LTH.
LTH.
Lifetime insured herpes.
Infections. Lifetime infections. That's what LTI stands for with herpes. That's lifetime infections. Gonoserpa hippolades. Yeah.
That means that all these space hookers were from Florida, Gray.
Yes, they are.
There's not enough space meth for them to be from Space Florida.
There's a lot of not GHGs in here, I'm noticing. That is not me. I'm letting you know.
You do ask.
Obviously.
Okay, so this is tradition with Gray-Headed Gamer, is that every time Gray-Headed Gamer asks, every time he comes onto the captain's table, he always asks the first question. He always asks the first question, as not GHG. Zeus Anoxia asks, we all know that the Dragonfly is overpriced. Don't argue with me, I'm right. What if the Dragonfly was $20 and had no LTI? I think it would be like the Merlin.
Yep.
And not have additional gameplay like
The Merlin.
Dragonfly does.
Yeah.
So that's why it's not overpriced.
Yeah, I
Zeus
kind
has
of
been
agree with
yeah.
that.
He's wrong.
Zeus, I'm gonna do this.
I mean, it's an opinion, so you're never wrong.
No, of course not.
But
Zeus is
But
one
you're
of my
wrong.
mods, and we've been arguing, and that's why he puts it in.
I'm always wrong.
Well, you're from INN. That's one of your strong points is always being wrong.
INN. We're always wrong.
Oh God. I do think that part of the reason why it's so highly priced is because it's an LTI token. Like that has a lot to do because it's the same price as the Archimedes, isn't it? The $35.
And a 2-seater.
Oh yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's a multi-crew ship, and it's bringing in new gameplay with the space speeder type of aspect.
not to mention the fact that it's not only a spaceship, but it's also a hover bike.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, ground vehicle.
Yeah, it's the first ground vehicle that we've actually seen that can hold ship-based weapons.
And it's the first Star Citizen transformer, like true full transformer. You know,
I have a
you've got-
controversial opinion.
You've got a ship that can go like this, and it has fins that do this.
Yeah.
It can go like
I have a-
this
I have a
and like
controversial-
this, but you don't have a ship that goes from I'm a spaceship to I'm a ground vehicle. Now we actually have that.
What's your controversial?
I have a controversial opinion. None of these real dollar prices matter, and they're going to balance it once they actually are sold in the game.
Oh, yeah, no,
Actually,
for
that's
sure.
a good point.
At the end of the day, if you're
really
thinking you're
good
spending $35 for a ship, you're fucking wrong. I don't care about who you are. If you're spending $35 for a ship, you're fucking wrong because that ship is going to be like dirt. It might be dirt cheap in the universe, and you're just going to have to suck that shit up.
And you can trust me because INN are totally developers.
Totally. Yeah.
I mean, you can look at this like investing in the stock market with no returns, other
There's no
than
returns.
your own pleasure
Yeah.
at being able to utilize the
I mean,
end.
It's not going to stop people from bitching that their $400 ship took only 20 hours for someone to get.
This
but-
is the internet, ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen.
But I think as a community, we can all point and laugh at those people and be like, "You're fucking retarded." If you think that was it, if you spent $400 on an internet spaceship, you're fucking retarded. If you spent $400 to back a project you want to see happen, yeah, it's understandable. But if you did it just for the spaceships, you're an idiot. Go to you need to go learn some financial management here because that's not a good investment in money if you're doing it for internet spaceships.
Clifford, are you listening? Pay attention, Clifford. Pay attention.
Clifford is the nicest guy I've ever seen, and as a result, everyone wants to have him be friends with them. He has more connections with developers than I've seen anybody else do. Like professional streamers,
Literally
don't-
every game.
yeah, the professional streamers don't even
Ridiculous.
have the damn near connections that Clifford does, and it's usually just Clifford writing them an email, being like, "Hey, how
And by
can
the
I
way,
help you?"
Clifford has connections with those guys too.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous with all the professional.
With all the
streamers.
professional streamers too. Oh, jeez. So next question is from Takul. So if you get a combo pack, could you CC one of the dragonflies from that pack into another ship? I think we already answered that. No. In fact, you can't even upgrade to the combo pack. You can't upgrade one ship to a combo pack. You have to buy it individually.
Yeah, I actually had to melt my concept Caterpillar package in order to upgrade it to the Caterpillar combo package.
Yeah.
Oh, that had to feel kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
Because when you buy a ship at the beginning, it's like it stays with you.
Yeah.
Your baby.
It's that legacy ship, and you just
Yeah.
I,
don't
I,
know of it.
I,
I
did,
have my LN, and I'm never. It's never leaving my hangar.
I did that with my 325A with the Buccaneer. I upgraded it, but I was just like, I don't know if I should upgrade it. It's my first ship. I want to. Doesn't even have LTI. But I ended up biting the bullet and doing it because whatever. But is that feelings.
I melted half of my ships to get the Armada pack, and I mean, a lot of those ships are in the Armada pack that I got, but these were
Those weren't bought in 2012 or 2013 sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's a badge of honor in your account. I was an early backer. Damn it.
the
Hey,
earliest thing.
Hey guys, Phobal just said he just CCU'd an individual ship in the combo pack to another one.
Oh,
I told you.
nice, cool.
Okay.
Wow.
So I thought you could, because I thought I heard Sora say that because he didn't like the yellow ships, he wanted the black ones, so he CCU'd the yellow to the black. But I
Okay.
thought maybe that was only the maybe
like
it was only within,
the
but
CCU. Well, because
Yeah.
the thing is that I think they said you can't actually melt individual ships in the combo pack, though, right?
Maybe that.
Not do
that
now.
might be it.
Yeah, that's because I
That
remember hearing
might
them
be-
saying something like that. That's why I was assuming that you couldn't also upgrade it because you can't melt